Hello, 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 hello. How is everybody doing today? We are here for day 21, scrap collage tag. You're going to hear some talking and some knitting in the background. I am watching Steinmetz Family Farm and the Goat Father channel. They're live on the Goat Father, watching for birthing moms. And when birth time is go, they go live on Steinmetz Family Farm, so you can watch the live birth. So if that's your kind of thing, if you like watching animals being born, hop on over. I will put their links in my description box of this video for you. I am still wearing my Farmily bracelet in honor of their birthing season, which so far today they've had 2 does deliver twins. Each set was a 1 boy, 1 girl, and there are 21 more does to go. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. So what I'm going to do today, I'm going to do a technique that I learned from Gail Augustinelli called stack and whack. And it's not true to fashion collage, but in my mind it is still collaging. So what you do is, the standard is to have 5. How many ever pieces you're going to tear your paper into is how many bases you need. So you could do this as 7. You'll need 7 tags. You can do it at 9. You could do a 3. I recommend if you're gonna change the numbers that you stay in the odds. So how many ever times you plan to tear your paper is how many bases you need. And for me, I always have trouble getting them matching up, so I cut my papers like 1/8 of an inch taller than my bases and 1/8 of an inch wider. That way I have a little bit of wiggle room when I'm laying stuff down. So I'm going to set those off to the side. I'm going to try to locate. Oh, go figure. I put it away. I'm like, find my glue book. Turn my mouse off so I don't accidentally turn my recording off. Done that enough times this week. Okay. So what you're going to do, I have 5 tags. So I'm going to tear this into 5 pieces. So that's step number 1. So stack all 5 together. Tear across the top. Doesn't have to be straight. And you see, like, this is why I struggle in getting things to match up when I glue them back together. Now your top piece, tear in half. Okay. You're going to do a single down the middle. And then tear your bottoms in half. So now you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bases. Okay. So set these over here. I'm going to try to. Make sure it's staying on. So we're going to lay out these out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm only going to glue 1 with you, but I'm going to show you how you set this all up. So you take your stack 1, your top left, and you go through your pile, put, it seems awfully thick, but I guess not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? Then you take your second pile. You don't want to start here because then you might as well have just covered it all in the same. You start the next one over. So your number 2 pile starts on number 2 card. 3, 4. Oh, there it is. I'm like, where'd the other one go? 4, 5 goes over there. Your middle, third pile starts on the third card. 3, 4, 5. Fourth pile starts on the fourth card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And your fifth pile starts on your fifth card. So 1, then we're going to go over here, go the first one. So when you're done doing this, you'll have 1 of each paper on your base. Okay, so I'm going to move these up out of the way because, like I said, I'm going to, depending on how long the video is, I may do 1, maybe 2, but I'm definitely going to at least do 1. Okay, we're going to get these guys up out of the way so I can pull this one into view. Ooh. Now, you'll be able, if you bump it and mess them up like I just did, I mean, you'll be able to figure out the order they go on your paper without a problem. Okay, so now we're going to glue it on. So we're going to take 1. Oh, I didn't even have my glue open. I was so excited watching baby goats. We're going to put glue all over tag 1, or piece 1. I do line the corners up to begin. Remember, I have that 1/8 of an inch, so some of it's going to hang over off the bottom. It'll hang over off the right. Just trim those off afterward. You can also ink each of these individual pieces. That gives it a different kind of look that I don't mind at all. Okay, so I'm butting up the torn edges. I'm not worried about it going over the edge of my card. I want my edges here to line up, which is why I do with extra. Most people I've seen do not do that, and that's okay too. And it definitely is not how the original was done, you know. Got my paper turned upside down somehow. Okay, then the next one. So we come in here. We line up along that edge. See, and if I don't scoot it up, then I'm going to have this space here where it's visible, which is why I give that room on the bottom so that I can slide this up and overlap it and it still fit on the tag. Then this one. Should butt right up against that without a problem. And then this one. Now, in picking these out, I didn't worry about matching, and you really don't have to, because you know each one's going to be different, and you know, and obviously you're going to put a focal point on it. I totally just gouged out my glue. And this paper gets like so sticky, and then it falls apart because it's super fragile. Lining those up, lining that side up. Okay. So then I come in and I just trim off. See, and I meant to do it on this side of the card so that I didn't have to cover the back. So this one I'll have to cover. Oh, we're only at 10 minutes. I'll do one more. We'll do it the way I meant to. How about that? So we're going to get this next one up. We're going to take these pieces off the board. This should be, no, this is here, and this. I'm going to flip this over. It's what I meant to do, was to do it on this side. Okay. Again. I start by making, just lining them up, making, you know, I don't mind where I'm, you know, that some's going to be cut off. And I'm going to work from the side so that way I can line my stuff up. Oh, it's funny. This paper's got holes in it like it was stapled at some point. Scooch that right up to it. Get that laid down. And we're going to get this. This is an Edith Holden piece of paper. It is a little thicker than the rest of the stuff that, the rest of the papers that I used, but it still works. In order to cover that whole, all of the parts that weren't even, I just scoot that up just like I did on this one. I just scoot it up a little bit. Okay. And then from there, I do realize that was 2 pieces of paper. That's okay, they're stuck together already. That one, and then this one. I do have my grandkids here with me. Little one is sleeping. The almost 8-year-old, her birthday's on Monday. The almost 8-year-old is on the computer, on the tablet, out in the living room. Told her she came in, she had to be quiet. So I'm just trimming off that excess, and I don't mind wasting this 1/8 of an inch on each side, on 2 sides, for the sake of my things matching up. I'd rather it match up. So then if we take these 2, because they're the same size, anyway, I'm gonna do this. We'll take one, flip it over 90 degrees, line up your corner, trim it off. And just in these 2, you can see just how different your tags end up looking. Now you could do 5 of these, use them throughout the journal. They'd be cohesive because you're using all the same papers, but each one's just a little bit different. And then you put a lovely focal point on it. So I'm going to grab my bigger flowers. I've been playing with Roxy Creations flowers most of the week. So let's see what we've got in here. Now we're wondering which goat's gonna go next. And as before, this is not the true color of these. Again, they were printed when my printer was running out of ink. So the color is just ever so slightly off from its real color. I don't mind that, but it does make a difference for those of you when you're ordering, a digital off of Etsy, you know, if you expect it to be one color and it's not. If I remember, I will put the link to these flowers. It's too short. In the description box as well. I have to go into my Etsy files to find it, but if I can find it, I will link it. I'm not even entirely positive it's all one. In fact, now that I'm looking at it, I think it is two different creators. I know one of them is called Surreal Flowers, S-U-R-R-E-E-L. S-U-R-R-E, yeah, S-U-R-E-A-L. Take these. I do need to trim this one out some more. One of these will go in my box and the other one will go in my stash. Now I am going to cut this little leaf right here. I'm just going to cut that off. I don't think it diminishes the look of the flower at all. Whew, this is getting fragile. Okay, around. Okay. Get my brown out. Just try to sorry, I don't know if you guys can hear Jay, but I can hear him. He's singing all night long. Because, yeah, you got 21 does due in the next 2 days. So, and the ball has started. So, it may set the rest of them off. Even the ones that are not quite due yet. Okay. Get up in the little fragile spots up in there. Alright, let's get these babies glued on and call this a video for day 20. Now tomorrow is book page collage. So tomorrow you'll see the more traditional collage process versus the whack and stack. I here's another one. I thought, oh no, another one delivering. And then this one's a little more tricky because it's quite spindly. I'm going to move it over here so I don't glue it to the page. Okay. Oh. He just said he removed another one from the sweepstakes. So he does have a sweepstakes going. He's got $2,300 up for grabs. You can go on and put your guesses in. There's 23 goats. He's allowing 50 guesses per goat. It is free to enter. However, you can do the pay option if you want. And whoever gets closest to the delivery time wins $100. So he's got $2,300 that he's giving away this birthing season. So if you know anything about goats and labor and you're in the gambling mood, follow the link below to the sweepstakes and put your guesses in. You will need to send Justin your email when you do those guesses. You have to put your email in there. So if you don't want to do that for a stranger, coolio. You can just go and watch the births, watch the babies, watch all the goaties, and join in the fun. So there are 2 of the 5 Whack and Stack, aka Collage, tags for today. Day 21 scrap tag challenge. And like I said, tomorrow is book page collage. So tune in tomorrow, see how different we end up when we're working with book pages. So thanks for tuning in, and we will talk to you in the next video. Bye. Peace out. Where's my mouse? Bye.